want to say thank you to just the normal, everyday black folks out there for realizing what's going on and staying out of it. Because I'm going to tell you, if I'm black and I live anywhere near some of these white liberal nut job protests, these anti-ICE agitators, and they're doing all this foolishness, I'm telling you, and we've shown you that white folks, normal white folks ain't standing up because a couple dumbass white liberals got themselves killed by ICE. We actually kind of laughing about it. Like, effed around, found out. What them dumb white liberals want, though, is a black human sacrifice. Because they know that if somehow or another ICE or the police or federal agents of some sort F up and they kill a black person, well, then there's going to be a national uprising like George Floyd in 2020. That's why they want y'all involved so bad, because they need one of y'all dead, because you are worth more to them dead than you are alive. Do not stand up and get in the fight with them. Black folks, I just want to commend you for recognizing what's going on and staying out of it, because they need a human sacrifice, and we don't want it to be y'all. Continue to sit this one out, because them dummies are going to try to find a way to get you killed, because a dead black to them is worth way more than 100 dead Karens, Renee Goods, Alex Predes, any of that. Just know that.
Now, why would any of that be true? I just don't know what to believe with these folks.
Did you know that Kanye West has been quietly banned from performing in America?
I did not know that, but this is America. How could they do that to somebody?
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
That's how. Okay.
King Green explained the game to me on Rap Latte. There's two companies that control every significant touring venue in America, Live Nation and AEG. Both of them decided to ban Kanye from performing over the schmatzy stuff.
So wait, they didn't ban him from touring for saying slavery was a choice? Oh, you know what probably happened? Because sexual assault is a choice too. Yeah, the person who sexually assaulted you, Diddy, I'm looking at you, is the person who chose to do that. And okay, right. We're going to have to talk about that on Patreon, because I'm not trying to get banned for telling you too much. In fact, I didn't tell them nothing, YouTube. I don't know what they talk about I don't know these people in the comments, YouTube. There we go.
People like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best hit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Man. Liars are now the face of our culture.
Wait, what did you say?
Liars are now the face of our culture.
What if Kanye West knew more than he did? Oh no, he's actually insane, lunatic. Okay.
So why would he say it?
Nobody knows why liars lie.
There will soon come to the people deceptive years, where the truthful person will be deemed a liar, and the liar will be deemed truthful. And the honest person will be told that he's treacherous, and the treacherous person will be labeled as honest. And the Ruwaybida will speak. They said to the Prophet ﷺ, what do you mean by the Ruwaybida? He said, الرجل التافه يتكلم في أمر العامة. It is the fool who speaks on public affairs. How truthful were the words of our Prophet ﷺ.
What really happened at the Grammys? Because people are saying that this looks like a portal.
Well, wait a minute. If that's a portal, then what is that? That's just a figment of my imagination, most likely.
A portal to where? Because I don't believe this is a portal. This is art, all right? Shh, shut up! I mean, all of our favorite people was there. Billie Eilish. They're having such a wonderful time. Somebody invited me to this, and I'm not going to say no names, but you know I wasn't going. They even offered to cover hotel fees, and we all know what happens in those hotels. Can't forget about Bad Bunny. Yep. He was there, and he had a pretty good speech. I ain't gonna hold you. Just HW having a good time, vibing. We know what this is about, guys. Shh, don't even say it. But what about Lady Gaga? What about her? She won an award. She's always winning because she's doing what she has to do to stay in the light of HW. Jelly Roll, or more like Swiss Roll, he was on a ball. He had a really interesting speech too. I don't know. He's giving me 50-50 vibes. But why did Justin Bieber show up like he was going to play basketball? Like he was at the gym? People are saying that this is an HR in plain sight. Who the hell is this? Huh? Who is this? You know who this is. They was having a marvelous time, and you wasn't invited. Can't forget about them dressing the same. Why is that? What's up with this? Pusha T, Malice, Pharrell, why are they all wearing the same suit? I mean, it all goes down at the Grammys, guys. This is where it happens at. Why does Lady Gaga look lighter than before? Something is up. Welcome to the Grammys. Yep. Welcome. You're welcome. Where the hell has he been at? Where has Q-Tip been at? He comes out of nowhere. Shh. Shut up. Not just playing, guys. Entertainment purposes only. I hope you've seen the Grammys. They put on a show. It was marvelous. Shout out to all the actors, singers, and celebrities in Hollywood. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. What's up with Justin Bieber, bro?
So, did you watch the programmings? Leave it in the comments if you did. Speaking of the grimoires, if you saw my last video, True Story looked real sad, and me and Gypsy talk about what we believe is going on with that on the Patreon. Can't talk about it here. You hear True Story saying, shut up. He's trying to tell you. So, join as a free member. Select which of the tiers that you like, because I got different stuff on there, and let's keep going.
So a bunch of new Epstein files were released today, and what's in them is truly horrifying. We have things mentioned like child consumption, child sacrifice. We have a demonic deity, Baal, mentioned. There's mention that the current president of the United States is compromised and owned by a particular country. We have so many celebrities mentioned, famous, wealthy people, people in government, and the things they did to these young people, to children, infants, truly is just mortifying. It's horrible. It's evil. And the thing that should make us the most mad, I think, right now is that nothing is being done and nothing will be done because all of these people work together. They're all in the same club. And if we, the people, do not absolutely demand every single day that something changes, nothing ever will.
Colonialism is a lie. America was already built up before the colonists arrived.
I don't know that I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know. You guys leave it in the comments and tell me. I mean, it's believable. It's not like, oh, the cow jumped over the moon. That's not believable. But this is, it's just a head scratcher for me.
They destroyed most of the cities with dynamite and called it fires. Look at all these so-called fires. They were just destroying cities, especially in the Civil War. From east to west coast.
East coast, west coast, and worldwide.
Erasing any buildings that destroy their settlers' narrative. They had been blowing up buildings since at least 1835. They had realized it was unsuccessful, but yet continued the practice of blowing up buildings into the 1900s. Harrisburg isn't even the main city in Pennsylvania. Who needs this in West Virginia? These are repurposed buildings. Iowa State Capitol is crazy. 29 types of marble, mostly imported. No marble quarries in Iowa. Who needs this in Iowa? We're never told about Norumbega, though it's on maps. Okay, then we got the World's Fairs, obviously. Supposedly temporary buildings, right? Actually, no. Whitewash sky, throw some temporary buildings in there to throw you off. Meanwhile, this scaffolding is literally drawn in. Just like the Salt Lake Temple construction, all these people are drawn in and superimposed. Even the Constitution is a plagiarism. More destroyed evidence here. Nobody's going to Port Gibson, Mississippi, though. Or Tuscaloosa. Do you really believe the Dutch bought New York for $24? The original Dutch of New Amsterdam, aka New York, were also black or swarthy. C in Latin is always the K sound. New Jersey is New Khazaria. A Caesar is a Khazar or Kaiser. Even the original Khazars and Caucasus people were eumelanated. The original colonists were eumelanated people. They do this every year in the Netherlands. They took over the East Coast due to the matrilineal structure as depicted in this movie. Black colonists would take Aboriginal wives and then take the land. There is a natural failsafe to block hybridization. But once the egg starts to decline, anybody can impregnate it. Hybridization became widespread and we get hybrid leaders like Tecumseh with this hybrid confederacy. Detroit was destroyed completely as well before Tecumseh took over in the War of 1812, one of the many reset wars from 1776 to now. Things eventually got so degenerated, so mutated, so much chimerism, that the anaerobic people and anaerobic lifestyle has taken over. People stopped producing light and became anaerobes, unconscious breathers, using sulfur to vampire energy. That is why pheomelanin is sulfur-based and destroyed by light. The Confederacy is not what we were told. The Civil War enhanced slavery. It didn't abolish it. The parasite grafted itself to the Aboriginals to be able to incarnate where it's not supposed to, and to expand the time frame in which it can incarnate, to try to bypass the law lines, aka ley lines. That's why certain types of celebrities die at the same time. One is a host, one is a graft, or parasite. This passage goes both ways. For the Aboriginal, the originator provided. For the graft, the folly of the Aboriginal provided.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe this, but those buildings, they do look very exclusive and smooth looking.
This is everything that's happened to Jay-Z since he's been exposed in the you-know-what files. Let's start off with Beyonce, because she's lost 10 million followers on Instagram, going from 318 to 308 million. But that's not all, because Beyonce's mother, Tina Knowles, also unfollowed Jay-Z on Instagram.
Well, I just gotta tell you this hot off the presses. I know for a fact Brooklyn is looking like this when you talking about Jay-Z. I'm gonna tell you that one now.
Along with Kim Kardashian, Rihanna, Kelly Rowland, and many others. It's pretty crazy that Apple Music unfollowed Jay-Z. I mean, even the NFL unfollowed him, and keep in mind, he helps organize the halftime show, so he's got a big partnership with them. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z has fled the country. I do see a bunch of viral posts claiming that he has, but no major networks are reporting on this. If he did flee the country, that looks pretty guilty. You guys are probably wondering what's actually in the files. And in the file, there is an account from a woman who had claimed that she had a horrible experience. I mean, I don't know what I can say here on TikTok, but the worst thing you could imagine in your mind happened with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z present.
Where the hell we at now?
Massage parlor.
My goodness. This place is off the hook. I love Hong Kong.
You get massage from Chinese girl before?
No, but I heard it was the bomb.
Come with me. You pick any girl for you and your friend.
Any girl?
I get it now. So let's indoctrinate you to liking these people. Jay-Z, Chris Tucker. Wait, how in the hell did Cat Williams know about Chris Tucker? Anyway, just to put it on you, hey, it's not just Epi, it's also these guys that you like. So what does that say about you? It doesn't say I like little kids, I tell you that much. That's not what it says.
They were making traditional Indian clothing in England and then selling it to the Indians after banning the Indians from producing their own clothing. And what the British managed to do with India was transfer its GDP to England. When the British began conquering India in the 17th century, India was 23% of the world's GDP. Basically, 1 out of every $4 being made on the planet was being made in India. India was industrialized. The English had so successfully plundered India that they had effectively transferred those 19 percentage points to England. That's the genius of what the English did. So y'all were taught, because I was taught the same thing, that the Industrial Revolution started in the 18th century, basically in England. That's not true. They had literally deindustrialized India and then industrialized England instead.
In an email CC'd to Jeffrey Epstein on June 20th, Martin Nowak, an Austrian-born professor of mathematics and biology and close confidant of Epstein, said to a redacted individual that it is believed that to be Seth Lloyd, a quantum information scientist and professor of Massachusetts. We should explore the biological consequences of time. Dude, what the fuck? We should explore the biological consequences of time travel. It would be amusing to calculate the rate of evolution of a population or a mutant that can travel through time. CC Jeffrey Epstein. What the fuck? Yeah, the more I'm reading about this, the more I'm thinking to myself, he's not dead. In the entire history of mankind, has there ever been someone that has had more motion on a worldwide stage than Jeffrey Epstein?
Does anybody know what powers the Antichrist will have? I don't remember hearing if he will even have any powers. Just he'll come back and he'll do a lot of stuff, because the Muslims say specifically the kinds of powers that he'll have. And yes, it was articulated to me, he'll have powers. I don't know if it's like Power Rangers, he can shoot lasers out his fingers, but you know, like one of the things they say he'll be able to do is say, okay, rain, and it will rain. Now we know about the, how do I say this, Heather machines. That was unheard of 1400 years ago. I'm just curious because why the hell are they talking about, if this is real and not AI, talking about time travel, portals, the Antichrist will be able to go from city to city to city all over the world. Somebody from China say, yo, he was just here 5 minutes ago, when somebody in New Zealand says, no, he was here. Like, how would you be able to tell them? And oh my gosh, I'm gonna slap the shit out of somebody, man. But just leave it in the comments and tell me, does the Antichrist have any powers, and what were they? I'd love to see an AI movie on that, if someone can leave it in the comments for me.
ABC News has obtained a videotape that shows clearly what happened when the president fell ill. Here's White House correspondent Ann Compton.
Here's something odd I came across. This is President Bush Sr., not to be confused with his son, a later president. And in 1992, he vomited on the Japanese prime minister and then fainted. Now, the odd things. Firstly, I don't remember this happening at all. But now there's all these clips on YouTube I'm just seeing. Secondly, watch his wife. That's Barbara Bush, who some say is Aleister Crowley's daughter. Some say is a man. As soon as she sees he's gonna vomit, she darts over to cover his mouth and nose. Possibly the worst thing you could do, right? Was she trying to hide something being seen from camera? And thirdly, look at this news clip. They are about to report that the president died the same day, then suddenly backtrack.
This just into CNN headline news, and we we say right off the bat, we have not confirmed this through any other source. Stop. We are now getting a correction. We will not give you that story. It was regarding some rather tragic news.
The world is a stage, and I don't know that I can believe this cast of actors, man.
What if your computer could read your face and play the perfect song for your mood?
I'd say, what episode of Black Mirror is this? I'm not on Black Mirror?
Fuck. Y'all remember Tom Holland's humiliation ritual? He dressed up like a woman, he dressed up like a maid, and was performing Rihanna's Umbrella song. While it was very funny for a lot of people, this was his humiliation ritual. Y'all think you get to be Spider-Man, the best Spider-Man we've ever seen, without some type of sacrifice? Satan always comes to collect. Okay, that's just how it is in Hollywood. And typically he collects by having them do some type of humiliation ritual. For men, most of the time, it's something very feminine or something very emasculating, something to take away from their masculinity. Now, I don't have nothing against Tom Holland, but what's on the wall is on the wall. You can look around and you can see with every celebrity that when they don't comply, guess what? The contract runs out, they either get or you never see them in anything else again. So they have to pay up. Don't think it's all fun and games when people get that high up in the world and get that famous and get all that money. It always comes with some type of consequence or ritual. In the end, you always have to pay Satan back. I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh no, you're reaching. It was funny. It was this, it was that. I want you to look around. I also want you to look around the industry and see how many men have came out and said that they want the men to wear dresses and dress up like women and be very feminine and all these for a humiliation ritual. Go and do your own research for yourself. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just saw it again recently on Facebook, and I'm just like, dude, that was his humiliation ritual. That's the reason why, you know, eventually he had to come up and pay. He's the biggest Spider-Man in the world, guys.
So, like, what do you think about that? Is there some validity to that? I don't want to say that there's not, but at the same time, I don't want to be like, oh, spooky, scary. Now I can do what I want to do off of YouTube. We can kind of, you know, get into it. So, you know, leave it in the comments and you tell me what you think. I don't think it's all bullshit. I think some of it is. Not most of it, but it's parts of it.
feel like your ambition is worth another family losing their home?
Yes, that is the game of capitalism, okay? You have to know how to play in order to win. It's not my fault that you're a loser. Life's cruel, man. Nature is cruel, and this is the system we've built.
How do you feel sucking off the poor?
As I try to explain, we don't suck off the poor. The poor suck off us.
How much money did you make last year?
37.5 mil after taxes last year.
And how much do you think you paid in taxes?
2 or 3 million out of that.
That's it?
Well, that's the tax code. Don't blame me. You want to change it, elect somebody else.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, the Antichrist has to get here somehow.
I think our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12, way down the line. So I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know.
Correct? What do you think?
I think no one made a bigger impact. And I know this personally from my grandfather announcing his death. John Lennon, imagine all the people.
My model of business is the Beatles. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, he was a huge Beatles. He named his company Apple, the same name the Beatles gave theirs.
Our own anyway now.
You never can be anything else but
the Beatles. That's what we are. We're also Apple as well, see. They're like Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Brown.
We're dissatisfied because the current state didn't live up to their ideals. Without death, there would be very little progress.
Do I really believe Steve Jobs is John Lennon? I mean, bro, they be doing all types of weird stuff to throw us off and forget that the simulation is real. So you just never know, man.
Oh, I'm about to shatter y'all's childhood with this one.
What is this? Do you guys just get off on shattering people's childhoods?
Yes. Yes. There's a rumor circulating online that Fred, Velma, Daphne, and Shaggy were all based off of real criminals who called themselves the Gang. So they weren't out here chasing monsters, they were really just running from the law. Their van called the Mystery Machine was real and it was used for cross-state burglaries and identity scams. They operated between September in 1969 and October in 1970. It's also rumored that the show's creator met with one of the gang when they were institutionalized, and he later on got ideas for the show and created it, turning their story into something safe. Why the hell does it seem like everything's gotta be based off of something dark? There's always something more to what's going on than you realize. Now I'm sitting here wondering what other cartoons are based off of some. We're out here chasing monsters, but the whole time they were behind the wheel. This is also an urban legend, so take this with a grain of salt, y'all. But I wouldn't be surprised because there's always some crazy stuff going on. And Hollywood likes taking inspiration from real life, so I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up being true.
Oh, you want to shatter childhoods?
Well, do you, punk?
Why does this look like Dustin Hoffman? Shatter that one.
3-Eye Atlas. You've heard the name. Headlines everywhere. Avi Loeb says alien tech. Elon's tweeting UFO memes. China drops those conveniently blurry photos. The Pentagon's monitoring the situation. They're feeding us the comet story because the truth would break us. But here's the thing. Comets follow rules. Gravity, physics. This thing disappeared behind the sun, then appeared somewhere impossible. Like someone dragged a cursor across the screen and just dropped it. You know the story. Every culture has it. Sky deities who could bend reality. The Sumerians called them watchers. Egypt called them gods. But they weren't visiting. They were doing maintenance. Think about it. Aliens aren't from other planets. They're the architects from outside the construct. Atlas isn't a ship, it's a tool. A cursor that ignores our physics because it wrote them. It's above us, right now. 3-Eye Atlas. Watching, scanning. But it's not searching for life. It's detecting the shift. Too many of us are waking up, seeing the seams in the code. The Matrix is destabilizing. The glitches are multiplying. You all basically fired a cosmic flare gun into the infinite void, and they saw it. Great job, by the way. And now, they're asking, is any of this really worth saving? Look up tonight. Find that moving star. It's tracking every awakened mind, every glitch. That's not E.T. phoning home. That's admin hovering over the delete key.
We can't talk about what I really believe here. Well, huh? Cause I ain't finna die cause I told y'all the truth about the simulation? Are you insane? You are insane. Which will like you though, cause you insane like that. But in the member section, we can't talk about that. Cause it's just us, our group, our community. You see what I'm saying? So join the members and we'll continue the conversation over there, my and let's go.
You know, you have one level of understanding when you first wake up to this stuff. Like, you seen that meme? The symbols are everywhere, and you do see them everywhere. Like, kind of like the pentagram, for instance. Well, we were taught that I was super evil, even back in my day, like in the satanic panic era, right? But then you go back, I showed the old Donald Duck cartoon where he's showing ancient Greece and Pythagoras and the Pythagorean theorem. And Pythagoras was in this secret society where they had pentagrams on their hands and they were wearing these cloaks. But it is interesting to think when you actually watch that thing, they get into like the Fibonacci pattern. And, you know, so the Fibonacci pattern is kind of like the fingerprint of God. It's like this is in everything. So this geometry, which they consider sacred, it is everywhere. So it's kind of like that the angels would have had knowledge of how God created things. And then through that knowledge, you can potentially gain riches and do evil things with it. But knowledge in itself is not bad, if that makes sense, because this is knowing more about how God created everything. But it's more like that the devil is trying to pose as the grand architect of everything. And then it's his symbol. Wouldn't it be just the devil's way, who doesn't really create anything except for chaos and lies, that he would say, these are my symbols now, you know, instead of like our God symbols.
There's a train of thought that this knowledge would have given to Adam, right, initially when he was in the Garden of Eden. And then it was when these fallen gods came down later on with the evil Enoch, right?
Evil
and
Enoch,
they developed the 7 sacred sciences where they bastardized the knowledge that, you know, God gave Adam, and they kind of claimed it as their own. But I do agree with you. I wonder how much of it was initially from God and how much was kind of twisted just a little bit, and then they take credit for it.
See, that's a great question.
From a distance, it looks as though a massive snake is lying still within the crevices of the rock. The formation of the cave's layers is so peculiar that it perfectly resembles the scales and body of a giant serpent. It seems as if the snake's scales have been carved into the cave's stone over centuries. Local people believe that this cave was once home to a giant Naga, who was turned to stone hundreds of years ago by some unknown curse. So, Naga Cave is not just a cave. It is a mysterious meeting point of nature and folklore, where every stone is perhaps a silent witness to an ancient story.
Here's another one. I want to tell myself it's AI, but because we're in the end times, everything is just making itself known now. Because what are you going to do about it?
Well, hell, I guess I ain't never looked at it like that before.
So, I don't know. You leave it in the comments and you tell me. AI or gigantic snake? Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you. To my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding. But seriously, join. Thank you